It would be easy to think that shooting RAW would always be the best option, but there certainly are some pros and cons. Let's go over the pros first. It's uncompressed, so you have the most flexibility of any other codec or compression. Second is you can choose white balance after you shoot, which is fantastic. You can also do this with a compressed format, but if you're making a drastic shift in white balance, you may get some artifacting with a compressed codec. Third, archival. Since you need an algorithm to decompress, to demosaic or process raw footage, that decompression algorithm can actually improve over time if the manufacturer does so. So your project might look a little bit better 5 years down the line when they release an update versus right now. But now here are the cons, of course, is large file size. With compressed RAW like ProRes RAW, Blackmagic RAW, and Redcode RAW, these data rates have come down significantly, but they're still going to be larger than a highly compressed codec like H.265. Secondly is noise reduction. We've become accustomed to internally noise-reduced footage coming directly out of the camera, but if you finally jump to shooting RAW, you'll notice the imagery looks really noisy. And this is correct. It should be like that because there's inherently a lot of noise in sensors, even at a low ISO. But again, if you're not used to it, you're going to have to apply it in your editor. And that is one of the most processing intensive tasks you can do. So you're going to notice you'll either need a whole new computer, or your fans are going to start spooling up, and of most scenarios, you're not going to be able to play back footage in real time with the noise reduction applied. And then lastly is compatibility. If you're using ProRes RAW, you'll most likely be using Final Cut Pro. And if you're using Blackmagic RAW, you'll be using DaVinci Resolve. And Redcode RAW is currently, with some plugins, usable with Premiere, Final Cut, and Resolve.